I saw the new one.
Oh boy.
Am I gonna go see it?
No.
Do I-
Don't go see that movie. No waste no bread. Save your bread, man. It's one of the worst films, bro. Whoa.
I'm gonna be honest. It
Oh
looked like
man, it had comical scenes in it that got me. That's the only thing that kept me at least engaged in the movie. Other than that, that whole entire film was caca, bro.
Yo, you also spoiled by seeing -1 as well.
Yeah,
you can't go from that.
You get a phenomenal story like that where you don't even really care about
Y'all just
Godzilla.
trying to CGI us.
I didn't even care about
a
Godzilla in
bad story.
-1. I didn't even care about the actual monster like that. It was more about the characters that I cared about. This movie, total opposite. I hated every character in this except for the monsters, yo. The monsters was solid.
But that's what they do that one for. That's
Damn.
what it's literally just for the monsters.
It's clearly for the kids.
Yeah, they trying
now
to
it's
CGI
clearly
you
for
out
the
of your-
kids, bro.
out of your money.
They playing right in our face.
No,
They're not even playing the right. Like, I'm gonna give y'all this right now. This is a spoiler to people that might want to see the movie.
Spoiler alert.
Somehow, Godzilla back in the day, they had a whole war that went on. So Godzilla figured, oh, I'm going up top. I'm gonna live on the Earth side. Kong gonna stay down here in Middle Earth, and Mothra gonna hold down the portals that lead you to the top, so that the monsters don't get up there. If monsters do come up here, though, Godzilla is gonna regulate. That's essentially what the whole movie is about. Mm-hmm. Except for the fact that there's a clan of monkeys that's been living down there that Kong didn't know about, and they've been enslaved by this one monkey named Scar King.
Yeah.
Scar King is a long orangutan looking a monkey.
Like
Scar King, they living in this fire pit area, and it seems like they stuck there. Like they can't get out. Like the whole thing they want to do is get out and take over. Kong comes down there, gets into a little rift with them, and just takes off running, and they just immediately leave the place. Immediately in my mind, I was like, yo, they could have left this whole time? Why did they stay down here? This is what they've been trying to do is
the
leave.
clan where King Kong had a monkey in his hand and he was beating other monkeys with
So
the
monkey. The little monkey was hilarious. I ain't gonna hold you.
I saw that on Twitter. The King Kong beating the monkey with the
little
monkey.
monkey was hysterical. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Yo.
Baby Kong was hilarious. It wasn't really his baby. He just was a baby of the clan
baby
of
gorilla.
slave monkeys that was there.
Baby ultra large gorilla.
Yeah.
Sounds mad wild.
Man, slave monkeys.
is
I swear it was slave
crazy.
monkeys down there,
I know,
bro.
man.
On God. They was slaving. He had Scar King had them slaving down there. Kong get down there and don't like to see his people enslaved, yo. He was tight. Kong was mad. He looked at the guard that was enslaving his people. He see him whipping one of the monkeys or doing something.
It was a monkey whipping a monkey?
Yes. And he was the enforcer for Scar King, right? Kong runs up on him, starts yelling at him in his monkey voice. It's not nothing happening, they just yelling. But it's like a dialogue back and forth. Yo, at some point, Kong, this was funny, I ain't gonna hold you. Kong just kind of looked at him like, right cross, knocked him clean out, yo, knocked the monkey out, yo, that shit was hilarious.
Yo did him like Issa Cruz against Rolly. Yo, Rolly.
Folded him, yo, immediately. He was out, clean.
Noodle leg.
Sleep. He ain't had no noodle legs. He was just sleep immediate.
All right, yeah.
Just gone. But yeah, overall bad film.
It looked like
F minus, bro. Like, don't go pay no money for that.
Honestly,
I don't want to mention this on the pod because it's going to take up more time. But there's another film.
Nah, go ahead. Because we don't even gotta get into the music. That's not even a major thing.
I saw Ghostbusters.
What you think?
It was the second one, right? The second
Trash.
one. Trash.
I like the one before this one.
Oh my gosh. Me and my lady was sitting there.
Paul Rudd?
It wasn't on my radar. I didn't really care to see it. But my lady was like, I kind of want to see it. Like, bad. We go to the movies live. You know? Man, we both was in there like, oh my gosh. We just trying to get through this thing. We back and forth in the theater like, we just trying to get through this thing, bruh. It was bad, man.
Was it like the Marshmallow Man, like the old one?
The only thing, the little mini Marshmallow Men was funny. They should have leaned into that more or something.
Okay.
Like, they was trying to do.
They had him in the last.
Then they was.
Nah, the Marshmallow Man was really in the second Ghostbusters back in the day.
Creepy,
yeah, he was weird in the first one, but like, yeah.
They did this whole thing where it was like the super joint that was going to release the spoiler alert to a certain extent, but like he was going to open the portal that's in the firehouse that released all the other ghosts, and it was.
That's where American movies are failing, yo. They keep trying to have all these extra fantastic things that are going to end the earth, and then somehow we figure out how to end it by just clicking something or just some basic move ends this world-ending event from happening.
What was so dumb to me,
Or they just reason with the main villain.
Like, stop it.
so apparently the ghost joint that houses the ghost in the firehouse, you know, they just kept packing it. They don't put them anywhere. We found they just packed them in there. They're like, yeah, man, it's starting to act a little active. So they're like, all right, bet. So eventually the main ghost thing comes out. He's supposed to be from like some ancient joint, and the fire breathers from history and passed down keep him in check. And then now the new fire breather is the guy who sold them the art item, and he's like I just sit on the couch and sell stuff, and then he becomes serious at the end to try to do it. Anyway, they open the portal and release all the ghosts, right? But the dude, and it cracks everything open and releases it. This is how stupid it was. They able to somehow finally get the main boss ghost or whatever into the joint again. The whole time I'm like, if it got cracked open, how'd y'all get him back into something that's not closed anymore? Maybe somebody else could break it down to me. It just didn't make any sense. Then they was trying to do like
They be
a
disrespectful.
whole relationship thing between the two young lady, the ghost that passed earlier, and the other ghost that you know, whatever. That's, you know what I mean. But it wasn't. It was like they were trying to. It just wasn't coming off natural. You know, it's like when you start. It's just like they was trying to introduce that storyline with bringing in the older dudes, and it's just like, yo, focus on just one or two things. If you're gonna roll with that storyline, she's falling in love with the other ghost. What's the name? Okay, then stick with that and add a couple other things. But then it's like they got new stuff, the whole ghost, and they got this. It was just too much, and then it was spreading the script out thin, and the pacing was atrocious, yo.
Know what I
Paul
get
Rudd
from
wasn't
that?
even. He didn't even really get to shake off. Like
Paul Rudd was good in the last one.
It was weird. He was trying
real
to,
good.
but the script was so bad for him. It just seemed. It was terrible.
Know what that gave me?
The one before
Like
that
we
one.
said, yo, those overly CGI movies, yo. We ran out of the budget. Finished the film regardless of where we at, yo. Like, we don't have enough time to give y'all a good story, yo. We gave y'all
It was a
enough
cash
CGI.
grab.
They had my man Godzilla.
I mean, with names like that, Godzilla, King Kong,
Godzilla
like,
was-
yo, it's gonna be already.
after he finished everything up, he just went back up to the top Earth
You went to sleep
and took a nap
That's what he does.
in the Roman Coliseum. It's not even a lie. That's where he took his nap.
That sounds trash. Garbage.
They had a lot. They had a scene one time look like Power
Put it in the
Rangers,
trash.
where the monkey. All right, so both the monkeys was jumping at each other like face to face, and then they was like riding the so he was like running next to Godzilla,
Yeah,
like, and they
sprinting
jumped
like Usain Bolt.
simultaneously, slow motion jump scene into the action fight. What the fuck,
Bro, that joint made like $200 million this week.
What?
Yeah, that shit made mad. My bad.
God,
I ain't mean to cuss.
how much
that
it
movie
cost?
made mad money, yo.
It probably cost
Probably cost about
900.
$200.
Nah, it cost a lot, but
It
they
was
made a
wild
lot of money,
CGI in
yo.
that movie. The whole Middle
They
Earth
made a
was
lot of
crazy.
Bro, it looked like a video game. It don't nothing about it looked real.
It was
They should
ridiculous.
have just went full anime with it, yo. Like forget all of that, yo. Like
Oh
it
man,
cost allegedly
it's definitely for the kids. The youth
$135 to make.
Okay.
And because we learned about how a -1 was, they pocketed about $100 million of that 135, yo, because it shouldn't have taken that much money to make that joke.
Yeah, no sir.
Oh man, the dialogue, bro. Sometimes I couldn't tell if they was joking or being real.
Nah, they don't be
like I thought they was being sarcastic, but they was really acting. I thought it was just like a sarcastic scene.
Was the dialogue as bad?
You
as
know
Snakes
what you
on the
need to
Plane?
do now. You need to grab the monkey arm that we decided to create. Why did y'all just decide to create a monkey arm, yo? He had a metal arm, Mike. Why did Kong have a metal arm?
was
You want to
Kong-
know? You want to know a fun fact?
It was
Kong with the metal arm was the reason I knew that was going to be a bad movie from the
Yeah,
beginning.
it was Kong meets
Soon as I
Transformers.
saw it,
I was like, I'm not
You know
watching
why he had the metal arm on? Because the monster hit him with the freeze ray blast and he caught frostbite. So they, at one point, he had a bad tooth. They even had to pull his tooth out in this movie.
it.
That's in this movie.